What's up guys, I'm Sean. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A session. You guys ask the questions, I give the answers. People reach out to me on Instagram and YouTube asking me questions about the car, about the setup, about the track. So if you guys have questions, let me know. This is the first question on Instagram by another Changman. He says, I've been doing more track days and the non-sport suspension is too soft and destroying the tires on my BMW E90. What is the best value coilover kit out there that you recommend? On my E90 335, I've tried the ST coilovers, which is height adjustable but not dampening adjustable. It's made by KW Suspension. It's a great suspension for the street, but because it has progressive springs, it's a little too soft for the track. The other coilovers I've tried on the E90 are the TC Klein single adjustable coilovers. It's based off a Koni shock. It's height adjustable and dampening adjustable. The other suspension I've tried is the Öhlins kit. So Öhlins is expensive, so I guess that wouldn't be the best value. The best value would be the TC Klein single adjustable dampening kit. It's called the SA kit. You can spec out your spring rate. TC Klein recommends like 500 in the front, 600 in the rear, but you can reach out to them. The spring rates really depends on your car, the setup, how much street, how much track. The shock is Koni based, so you know you're getting a good quality shock and it's adjustable. And the springs are linear springs. So let me explain progressive versus linear springs. So this is an example. Imagine if this spring is a 300-pound spring. If this was progressive, it might be 200 pounds here. Then as it compresses half an inch, it might be 250 pounds. Then when it compresses an inch, then it'll be 300 pounds. So if it's a 300-pound progressive spring, it might be 200 and then 250 and then 300. So because it's progressive, the spring rate is dynamic. It's always going to change, which is great for comfort, but bad for the track. So take another example. If this was a linear spring, and if this is 300 pounds, it'll be 300 pounds here, 300 pounds here, 300 pounds here. So it'll stay static at 300 pounds, which is great for handling and predictability. So if you're looking for coilovers for your track car, I highly recommend getting something with linear springs and something that you can adjust the dampening. Another question on Instagram is by EK Dalmark. I don't know how to say his name, but he watched my Laguna Seca video and he saw that I ran a 141 and he says, is the next step forced induction to get into the 30s? And my answer to that is no. There's a guy, local guy in the Bay Area, his name is Dan Avon. He runs 136 at Laguna Seca, which is super crazy, super fast. So I ran a 141. I know I can go a little bit faster. I could probably break into the 139s with a few more mods. So I have bad experiences with my 335 that was twin turbo. It was full bolt-on. I had an upgraded intercooler, upgraded radiator, upgraded oil cooler, vented hood, had all the mods you could think of, but I still ran into limp mode and overheating on track. So I'm not going to go force induction on my E46 M3. In the future, if I need more power or if my engine blows up, more than likely I would rather go V8 than force induction on my M3. The last question for today is from YouTube. The guy's name is M. Schnofus. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. But he asks, okay Sean, truth time. SMG or manual on the track? Now this is a great question. If you guys follow my videos, my car used to be an SMG car. I took it to the track several times and eventually my 4th gear synchro went bad. So I had to change the transmission, but while changing the transmission, I decided to do a manual swap, get rid of the SMG pump, the salmon relay, the gear actuator, all that stuff. If SMG was more reliable, I would have kept it on my track car, but since the manual is more reliable and easier to work on, I decided to do the manual swap. So to answer your question, I prefer SMG on the track. You get to leave 2 hands on the wheel, focus on driving the line, the braking, the turns. You don't have to worry about clutching, shifting, heel-toe rev matching. You can just keep 2 hands on the wheel and let the computers do the shifting for you. With my manual now, I've had situations when I'm on track and I had a hard time getting into gear, downshifting, not because I couldn't find the gear, but because my heel-toe rev matching wasn't spot on. I didn't blip the throttle enough, so the car wouldn't go into gear. When you heel-toe rev match, you have to blip the throttle high enough so the car will downshift into gear smoothly. Otherwise, you're going to cram the clutch and it won't go into gear. I also have friends that just started tracking. Kevin in his Subaru BRZ, Gio in his E92 M3. Both are manual cars. The number one complaint I hear from them is that it's really difficult to heel-toe rev match, which is very true. It takes a lot of practice to get that down. So if they had an SMG car or a dual clutch car, they'll be on the track, they'll be having fun, no worry about heel-toe rev matching, no worry about mis-shifting or anything like that. So for a dedicated track car, I recommend SMG or dual clutch over the manual. There's a reason why the Formula 1 cars are paddle shifters, not manuals. I still enjoy manuals on the track and on the streets, but if I had a preference, I would say SMG. So that's all the questions for today. If you guys have questions, hit me up on Instagram and YouTube and I'll get back to you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.